So I met someone. I was like questioning God. I got this word that before going to the nations, I was supposed to go across America. And I'm like, I don't know anyone that does mission in America. Like, what? And then a month after, I met someone that came to the church I was serving, and she was like, yeah, I travel across America preaching the gospel. It was basically the word that I got. And I was like, no way. And she was kind of like recruiting me. She was like talking about it. And my heart was just like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to do this. So I ended up going to California to the school, the DTS, Discipleship Training School. And that's when I knew I was supposed to do that. But a little bit before in the summer, I staffed some youth camps, and I went to the Hawaii base like way before, like
Yeah.
knowing that I was supposed to move there. So I went to the Hawaii base just to staff this camp, and I saw a bunch of missionaries. I saw the school, and I'm like, my heart was just burning, you know? I was
Yeah.
like, I found my people, I found a
We didn't even know
place.
each other yet.
We didn't know each other, yeah. I was just like, I found my people. I need to do this. I came back home, and before I say anything to my mom, she was like, I feel like you're gonna leave and not come back. And I was like, actually, I'm planning to do this mission school. And she's like, and I was the kind of person that I was like, if my mom say no, if she says something negative, I would not go.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're supposed to go. And I had applied already. Like, I didn't tell my pastor, I didn't tell my mom. I was like, God, if I'm supposed to do this,
Yeah.
like, just confirm. So my mom said that. And I was like, this is a confirmation. So in California, it changed my life completely. We did a lot of evangelism in the streets in LA. We was focused more in America. So we went to college campuses, high schools, and then I started to have dreams about Hawaii before meeting him.
Wow.
It was and it was very specific dreams, and they all happened already when we were there, which
That's
is so
awesome.
crazy. It was very specific. So it was when I was like, I'm doing this for the rest of my life, or until the Lord tells me to stop.
It's
So
amazing.
that I think,
So you were saved here.
yeah,
That's wild. And then
yes.
like you said your mom, she was already Catholic, or like how does that work?
So my whole family was really Catholic in Brazil, but my mom was
Oh.
crazy, and I was too. I was just going the same path, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy in a sense of like party, you know, love to be with people and drinking and dancing and all these things. And I was just the same way. I love partying a lot. So I came to US, I was 18, and I would just go like to parties. Even though I couldn't get in, I would find my way to go in, you know. And like, but in the middle of that, I met this girl, and one Thursday she's like, do you want to come to church with me? And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything. And the Lord met me. Like, it was insane. It was like, yeah, I remember I never experienced that before. The pastor told me my whole life, and I didn't know anyone there, like no one. There was no way
That's
that
amazing.
they would know things that only I knew, things that only God knew. And so that completely changed my life. It was a process. I was the first one in my family to get saved. My mom was in her process because God put her to work with the pastor, which was a funny story
Really?
too.
Like
Yes.
work, like her.
A house cleaning with these pastors, and they were like always evangelizing her. And she's like, I don't want to know, like, I don't want anything to do with this.
They're
But
just watering her.
yes.
Yeah.
And then I came to US and I got saved, and that was like a
Oh
boost for
man.
her. It was amazing. It was incredible. But like her stories is today, my mom is like the most prayerful woman that I
Yeah.
know, like the most like in love with the Lord, right? And
Yeah, you'd never think she ever like wasn't in the church her whole life.
Wow.
You know?
yeah,
That's beautiful.
yes.
But she'll like also like what's it called? She'll give it more like love, and she'll also what's the word? Like she knows what's out there. She knows that she
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she
Right.
values it more.
Yes. And
You
we
know what I
talk
mean?
about all this all the time. Like when we were out there, we were crazy. Like we would jump, we would dance, we'll, you
Were you
know,
partying
scream.
with your mom too? Is that what?
No, but
Oh,
I grew up
you know what, I was
watching.
like-
No, but I grew up watching. Like people always
Yeah.
come to our house. She had me
Oh.
when she was 20, so like she was like now my age when she came to US. And but I remember growing up with a lot of people all the time, and so that was my life, right? So but so we used to say that we used to dance and scream and like, being crazy for the world and everything out there. So that's why we like that now for Jesus, like we're
Yeah.
not ashamed, like, and we
You can still
worship.
party. Just party for Jesus now.
Exactly,
You know what I
like
mean? Like
Yeah,
we
they do.
worship without, shame and
the difference too is like, you
um,
party out there in the world, you got, hangover the next day versus partying for Jesus next day. Like
so
you still got
full
the
of
Holy Spirit going
joy.
with you.
Purpose.
Yes.
Devil's
Yeah.
pissed. He's like trying to come out and you're like,
I know.
Yeah.
whatever.
I know,
That's
exactly.
true.
Exactly. So it's different.
Yeah.
In the world it's just a momentary or a moment of joy, a moment of fulfillment, and
That's all it is.
yeah.
What,
So
what about you?
Yeah, so I graduated high school and started an electrical apprenticeship. So I did that for 4 years and was just at the end of that when she came through with her team through Vermont. And is this little basement of a cafe where I would play on a worship team for like Tuesday night worship nights. And so her team came through and that was their venue. So I went and it was 18 of them. I'd never seen I grew up in Vermont where it's like very unchurched, very
mm,
like not culturally Christian, not like, you just don't see a lot
Yeah.
of Christianity expression in Vermont. So I hadn't ever seen a bunch of people like my age, like so on fire for God. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They had given up everything in their lives to go across the country and preach at college campuses and baptize people and like going all out. So
mm.
like I'm coming off a 4-year electrical apprenticeship, which is like I've been on construction sites for like 50, 60 hours
And
a
4
week.
years. So like
And-
you were about to get your license.
Yeah. And so I had done all the schooling and such a different, like I was in church and I was leading worship in church and stuff like that throughout. But I was not living the kind of lifestyle that these guys were living. And I was like
Yeah.
kind of confronted with that and was like, wow, like they have something that I don't and that I want. So she came up and talked to me at the end of this like event that they did. And that was how kind of our friendship sparked.
Did she give you church riz?
Yeah, she was like, "Oh yeah." I was
Well,
talking to one of the worship leaders. She was on
yes.
the worship team, and I was talking to one of the worship leaders. And she comes up, and so this guy, her friend, he's like, "Oh, he's a worship leader," talking about me because we were talking about that. She goes, "Oh yeah, I saw the way he was worshiping. I knew he was a worship leader, like that kind of thing." And so yeah, that's kind of when we first started. But it was at the beginning of that night. I had walked in the room and started talking with one of the leaders on their team, and he like gave me this like prophetic word. Like I knew this guy for 3 minutes, and he gave me he had this like kind of word of knowledge where he was like, "Dude, I feel like I see this like spark, like this light around you." I was like, "I'm an electrician. That's crazy." And he's like, "Wow, bro, yeah, like the Lord's really highlighting that," and he gave me this really encouraging word, and he prayed for me. And I was like, wow, like, I think I'm going to finish my electrical schooling and I think I'm going to do whatever these guys are doing.
That's
Um,
awesome.
So that's what I ended up doing. That was
Little
February.
did you know you were gonna do it with her too.
I didn't. Yeah.
Well, kind of.
Well, so
She
that was
knew.
the beginning of the
You
night.
I
recruited him already.
So, well,
That was the beginning of the night. And
That's
then
awesome.
You know I gotta keep the faith flowing all the time like a river of mercy. It's a love divine. Hold on to his word, let the truth align, helping others find Jesus one soul at a time.